Hi there. How's it going today? That's good. Hello, this is our marketing assignment 2. I'm Harry.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Rana.
And I'm Rex.
And we're going to be presenting on the GL500 by Mercedes-Benz.
About the Mercedes-Benz GL500, it's a very luxurious upper-class SUV that offers comfort as well as performance. The base model starts at around $120,000 and the car includes 7 passenger seats, a variety of smart technology, many additional features and for passenger comfort, and it also includes a 5.5 litre V8 which gives a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour. And so in this presentation we'll be discussing the consumer decision-making process in conjunction with our product, the Mercedes-Benz GL500. So the presentation outline will consist of 1, need recognition, then information search, evaluation of alternatives, the purchase decision, post-purchase behaviour, the conclusion, recommendations, and the reference list.
Need recognition. Need recognition occurs when the consumer recognises an imbalance between an actual and desired state. This is triggered by an internal stimulus like hunger or an external stimulus such as a TV advertisement. Marketers use this to make the consumer want a product in order to satisfy a particular need. Mercedes-Benz markets their cars as premium luxury products. Consumers may develop a need to purchase this car when the current car doesn't provide enough space for passengers or luggage. The consumer wants a car with premium luxurious features and/or smart safety features. Their current car is boring to drive and noisy, and the consumer may not like the image their current car portrays. Consumers may be stimulated to buy the car because of the car's luxurious interior and comfort, the car's smart assistance systems and convenient technologies that aren't found in other SUVs, the exterior design and styling of the car, the excellent performance and durability or quality of the car on and off the roads. The information search. After recognising a need or want, the consumers will search for information about the various alternatives available to satisfy it. This is called an information search and can be also internal or external. The internal information search is the process of recalling information from your memory. This stems mostly from previous product experiences. The external information search seeks information from the outside environment and can be from one of 2 sources. Non-marketing control, a source that is not associated with advertisement or promotions, or marketing control, a source which is associated with advertising or promotion. The consumer will begin searching for information by recalling information which came from a previous experience with the same or a similar product. For example, he or she might think about a time when they drove a Mercedes and remember how luxurious it was. The consumer may also seek many other external information sources, which could include friends or family who own or have experience with the car, consumer reports and rating organisations, consulting their local Mercedes dealer for information about costs and alternatives. During his decision-making process and his consumer buying decision process, the consumer will pay more attention to his internal information and the information from friends and family or other consumers.
Step 3, evaluation of alternatives. After gathering information and constructing an evoked set of products, the consumer can now make a decision. They will use the information stored in their memory and information obtained from outside sources to develop a set of criteria by which they judge the options available. Consumers use brand names, either consciously or subconsciously, to help them simplify their decision-making process.
A brand is a manufacturer's promise of what they can achieve for us. Consumers can come to trust certain brands based on their experiences with them. A consumer will compare the GL500 with other similar luxurious upper-class SUVs using a range of possible criteria. One of the criteria consumers may judge on is the different brands and prices between the similar products. They may also judge the different performance specifications between the cars and will prioritise and decide what will suit their needs best. For example, a consumer may be primarily focused on performance specifications such as top speed, acceleration and fuel economy. Whereas a consumer that will be required to tow a heavy load behind the SUV, specifications such as weight and power will be of high importance. But perhaps another consumer may have a large family and will be looking at and comparing specifications like the number of seats and the safety ratings of the cars. Following the evaluations of alternatives, consumers then decide which product to buy, where to buy it, and how to pay for it. Or they might decide not to buy a product at all.
Step 4. Purchase decision. In this step, the consumer finally decides to buy the product or good, though this decision may be affected by positive or negative factors. In this presentation, we'll mention only 5 factors, which are product quality, consumer reviews, customer treatments, social factors, and personal factors. So the consumer can change his or her mind based on those 5 factors, and three of those factors are related to each other, so which are product quality, consumer treatment, and customer reviews. Customer reviews can affect the consumer's purchase. These reviews can be either good or bad, and they actually allow the consumer to know what previous customers who have purchased this particular brand think about the product or this product or brand. If there were bad reviews, it's more likely that the consumer wouldn't buy the product. Other factors are social factors, and it includes family and friends, and they play a big role in influencing consumers' purchase decision. And that's because, 1, brand loyalty. If the consumer grew up in a family which only buys cars from Mercedes-Benz, then it's only natural that the consumer will buy a car from the same brand. Second is social role and status. The consumer's role in his or her family or work or etc. can affect his or her decision of choosing a car brand that will show his or her social status. A consumer's purchase power and revenue has a decisive impact on a consumer's decision based on his or her income, if they are able to afford it or not. Moreover, the consumer's age can also affect that, his or her decision. So, for example, a social value of a brand is more important for youth, like 20-year-old or and above, than what it is for elderly consumers like 60 and above. Step 5. Post-purchase behavior. Why might the consumer feel satisfied with his or her purchase? 1. If the car performance and features were as the consumer was promised at the retailer or as he or she expected the car to be. 2. If the car came without any faults. 3. If the car was delivered to the consumer exactly like how it was in the advertisement.
So number 2 of the post-purchase behaviour is why might the consumer feel dissatisfied with their purchase. So they might feel dissatisfied if the product has been portrayed in the advertisement and then they receive it and it's differently portrayed. They might just be dissatisfied if the GL500 isn't superior to the other products compared to what they're advertising again. And they'd also be dissatisfied if the product becomes faulty or fails, and maybe if it isn't promoted as what it should be. For the third point, how might this impact their next purchase? So there are two options. So it can be obviously they can be impacted with a dissatisfied option or satisfied option. And if they're satisfied, then they may become loyal to their product and they might purchase more of the Mercedes-Benz GL500s. But if they're dissatisfied, they might, have a sudden hate towards the product and not purchase any more of that product. To conclude this presentation, so the consumer decision-making process, also known as the CDMP, is and should be considered a very important factor to the business when creating and marketing their product. If considered and cared for in the right way through marketing and product design, then the choice can be narrowed down and make, for example, the Mercedes GL500 product be chosen more frequently in comparison to other products. So some recommendations we have for Mercedes-Benz for promoting their GL500 is to make their product show that it is superior to all other products out there in the SUV category, and to show that it produces more power, comfort, luxuries, etc. Another recommendation is to market the product showing why the purchase of a GL500 will satisfy them. Something else would be to plant the feeling to customers that they'll be satisfied with their purchase after purchasing the product. Thank you.
Step 4.
It was then that she knew.